G'day everybody, welcome to this Learn Some Drums lesson for Smooth Criminal by Alien Ant Farm. For me, it's the drums in this song that make this version of Smooth Criminal really stand out by itself. So let's jump on the kit and I'll show you what I've worked out. I'm going to break down this drum part in a fair bit of detail just because there are heaps of cool fills. But overall, there are probably about 4 main grooves that you could use to get through the entire song. So when we get to those, I'll point them out, and if that's all you want to learn so you can play along with the song, then go for it, but stick around if you want to learn all the fills as well. So for starters, these very first 2 bars are what you can play for all the verses as well as the intro, and they go like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. One, two, three, four. So if you just put those 2 bars on loop, you'll definitely get through the intro and the verse. But now I'm going to break down the rest of the intro because there are a bunch of really cool fills in it. So the next 2 bars go like this. Here's the next 2 bars of the intro. 3, 4. Three, 4. And then the last 2 bars before we hit the verse. I'll play the whole intro together. 3, 4. That's the intro out of the way. Now we're up to the verse, which is a very similar groove that goes like this. 4. 3, 4. And then at the end of the verse, there's a fill going into the pre-chorus section. 3, 4. 3, 4. That brings us to the pre-chorus, which is the Annie Are You OK section, and this is another one of those grooves that you can use over and over again in every pre-chorus, and also after the chorus we're going to use them as well. Every now and again he replaces a crash cymbal or a hi-hat with a ride cymbal, so keep an ear out for that. I'll try and catch them as well, but if you miss them, it's probably not a huge deal. Anyway, the pre-chorus section sounds like this. 3, 4. 3, 4. Catching that splash cymbal and crash cymbal hits really ties in nicely with the lyrics, so try and grab those. If you don't have a splash cymbal, you can maybe sizzle your hi-hats instead, or just hit your crash cymbal twice. Moving on, there's another fill before we hit the chorus. 4. 3, 4. Now we're up to our chorus, which is over on the ride cymbal, and this is another one of those grooves that you could use over and over again if you just want to jam along to the song. There's a tricky little rhythm at the end of the 2nd bar and then moving into the 3rd bar, which is great. It follows along really closely with the riff, so it's a good one to catch, but it might be a little bit tricky for coordination purposes. Just take it slowly and then work it back up to speed. fill coming out of that goes like this. Then we get to reuse the groove from the Annie Are You OK section, so I'll just refresh your memory on that one. 3, boom! And then to wrap up this whole part of the song, we've got the You've Been Hit By, You've Been Struck By, a Smooth Criminal, and we've just got a couple of hits on the drums that go like this. After that chorus, we go back into the riff using the same groove as we did for the intro, and there's a fill at the end before the verse that goes like this. 3, 4. After that riff is the verse again. It's much shorter this time, and there's a great fill around the toms at the end that goes like this. 3, 4. On that second tom in that fill, I throw in a sneaky paradiddle. It's totally up to you whether you do it or not. It just makes it a lot easier for me to play those 30 seconds and move around the kit. So have a muck around, and if you find that you're getting a bit tangled up with your hands, try that paradiddle because it'll throw you onto your other hand, and then maybe that'll make it a bit easier. Moving along, we go back into our Annie Are You OK section again, and once again, there's a different fill at the end of that. 3, 4. 3, 4. That takes us back into things that we've already done. The chorus, the post-chorus, and those hits at the end of the post-chorus as well. Then we go back into a riff for a second. Just before we hit the bridge, there's another fill, and it goes like this. Now we're going to start playing 16th notes on the hi-hats, and we're just kind of building things up into the guitar solo. For starters, we keep the kick drums pretty similar to our riff section, so that sounds like this. Now the guitar solo hits, we keep those 16th notes going, but we're going to change the kick drums up, and they go like this. So grab that splash cymbal with your left hand if you can, and then that is going to move us on to getting a bit busier and adding a few toms into those grooves. All we really need to do is move our hands over to the tom instead of the hi-hat for those 16th notes, but it is still a bit tricky and you might get a bit tangled up. So just start out slow and see how you go. That's the one fill in this song that I'm not sure if I got exactly right just using my ears. So if you want to add some notes or leave some notes out, if you hear something a bit different, that is absolutely fine. Moving on, now we're up onto our ride cymbal again. We're just playing through the same chorus groove that we've been using for the whole song. There's a great fill at the end of the first section, and it goes like this. fill feels like it's based on Swiss Army triplets to me. So those are flam, right, left. So if you're having trouble with the fill, maybe go back and just practice some Swiss Army triplets until you can get them up to speed, and then hopefully you can put it all together and jam it back along to the song. When we move on, we're just back onto our ride cymbal, still playing our chorus groove, but we're going to add a couple of extra kicks just to hit some of those ooh, ooh, classic Michael Jackson squeals. And then right before our outro, there's another tricky fill. We're playing crash cymbals, 3 and 4 in 16th notes, and filling in the gaps with the toms. So we'll go like this. That fill sounds absolutely fantastic when you play along to the song. Now we're up to our outro. I'm not going to show you the first 2 bars because they're the same as stuff that we've already done, but I'm just going to show you the last 6 bars because they have different fills and they go like this. And there we go, those are the drums to Alien Ant Farm's version of Smooth Criminal. There is heaps in there, so even if you just pick out a few fills or a couple of the grooves and really work on those until you can nail them, that would still be totally worthwhile. Otherwise, have fun with it guys, happy practicing, I'll see you at the next lesson.